3-0.
Hernandez made an amazing spike. Are we surprised?
No, not at all. And then the Miners, who were 5-5 on the year, they also came off for a 3-0 sweep against Mulberry last Wednesday. But you're absolutely right. Sarah Hernandez, we have called her name so often during all of these broadcasts.
Another point for the Broncos. It is now 5-0. I mean, we should just keep a counter for how many times we say her name.
It's going to get to the point I think Sarah should pay us for how often we are saying her name. But between her and Captain Cologne, they are just running things.
That is a point for the Fort Meade Miners. It is now 5-1. The Miners are serving. Number 3 with the serve. It's like another point for the Miners. It is now 5-2. Number 3 will be serving yet again.
Broncos just a little too aggressive there, trying to get the ball back over.
Perez with an amazing spike, gaining the Broncos another point. It is now 6-1 with Perez serving.
Some brief discussion about the score as our line judge going over to talk to Coach Mitchell, the coach of the Fort Meade Miners. Scoreboard showing a score of 6-1. We have 6-2 here in our book, here in the opening game. I do not. Right now, Coach Ellis for the Broncos and Mitchell for the Miners discussing things, and we're back on play.
The Miners failed to get the ball back over to the Broncos. It is now 7-1. Perez will be serving.
That one's going to go to another point for the Broncos. The Broncos serving game, as it's 8-2, as they have rectified the score on the scoreboard. The Broncos serving game has been incredible these last 3 games, both for the varsity and the JV.
That will be a point for the Miners, and it really has. We've been here for all of their home games, and they really are improving every single game. That'll be a point for the Broncos.
That's one thing that we've even seen with our men's football team. It's such a young program. We talk about how much they have grown. This team, this is only their 3rd game in this gym. They've been able to be in this gym for a week and a half now.
That will be another point for the Broncos. An incredible spike by Perez. It's now 10-3, Broncos in the lead. Sarah Hernandez will be serving.
And it's one of those, the more you start to play on your home court, the more advantage you will have. Start to get comfortable. All of a sudden, you're not traveling as much as the Broncos were the first half of the year.
That'll be another point for for the Broncos, 11-3. And like we've mentioned in the past games, this is such a young program, and the way they play, it's like they've known each other for their entire lives. You would not think this is a new team.
No, and this is definitely a team that has gelled very quickly.
Sarah Hernandez wasn't able to get it over the net. It is now 11-4. The Miners will be serving, number 8.
And you got to give credit to Coach Ellis to have been able to bring this team together as well as she has.
That'll be another point for the Broncos, and that was some game. I mean, it just kept going back, and our Broncos were able to save it. It is now 12-4. Katie Hernandez will be serving.
It is. That's just the epitome of never giving up on a play. The Broncos easily could have when the ball started going in the opposite direction, but they fought back, and now it is 12-4.
Another point for the Broncos. It is now 13-4. Katie Hernandez will be serving again.
This is where the Broncos have been dominant as of late. When their service game is on, that is when they've been winning these games.
That'll be another point for the Broncos. 14-4. Katie Hernandez will be serving again. That was an incredible serve.
It really was. It was just picture perfect location and everything.
The Miners were not able to get it over the court, actually went out of bounds. It is now 15-4. Katie Hernandez will be serving again. Miners again could not get it back over the net. It is now 16-4. Katie Hernandez will be serving again. One thing I've noticed from these games is our Broncos are just incredible servers. Again, it was another incredible serve by Katie Hernandez. It is now 17-4.
Just like that, 6 unanswered points for the Broncos, prompting Coach Mitchell to call that timeout. So Coach Mitchell right now needs to find a way to calm her girls down, because the school board has been nothing but Broncos. Broncos quickly going up 5-0. Sure, at that point, the Miners were able to get 2 back, but since that point, it has been 11-2 run for the Broncos, and it all comes down, as Mackenzie was saying, down to that service game. And it seems like every Bronco right now is red hot from behind the line.
Yeah, I guess they had a little extra time to warm up, we're not going to lie, and they did it. They warmed up, and they got ready for this game, and they're doing great. And if Coach Mitchell's time's out or anything like Coach Ellis's, then these the Miners may come out a whole different team.
Oh, absolutely. Here we are, 8:40 here on the East Coast. We thank you for joining us here on the Broncos Broadcast Network, wherever you are joining us tonight.
The players take the court. Katie Hernandez will be serving yet again for the Broncos. It is 17-4 Broncos in the lead. It is Davenport Broncos versus the Fort Meade Miners. Sorry. The Miners were just not able to get it back across the net. It is another point for the Broncos. Katie Hernandez will be serving once again.
That might have been one of those that if they let it go, it might have gone out. But you have Fort Meade right now trying to get any opportunity to get back in it, so they're going to try to take those chances now.
Fort Meade was able to get a point. It is now 18-5. Number 1 will be serving. Yeah, I think we have to owe it to both of these teams. Neither of them want to give up when it comes to that ball. They want to try to get points whenever they can.
And some miscommunication there for the Broncos.
It is now 18-6. Number 1 for the Miners will be serving once again. Looks like it'll be another point for the Miners. It is 18-7. I guess it's just something about these coaches and their timeouts.
It's just knowing exactly when to call that timeout to try to get momentum back on your side.
Another miscommunication with the Broncos. They were not able to get it back over. It looks like Coach Ellis has called a timeout.
Absolutely, and the Broncos had to do that, as that is a 5-0 run for the Miners, and that's exactly what we've seen. Volleyball is this games of runs, and as you see, Coach Ellis didn't even have that long of a conversation with her club. It's like, hey, here's what we're doing. We got to get back into it, refocus, get back on the court.
And, you know, like we've mentioned, if it's anything like these last games, they will come out and they will do what is needed to be done. It is 18-8. Broncos are in the lead. When the girls get back on the court, the Miners will have the ball. Looks like it'll be another point for the Miners. It's now 18-9. Broncos are leading.
And the Miners just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. That's one way to get momentum back, a huge spike.
Another incredible spike by Perez. Now it looks like number 10.
That's Gabriela Sanchez serving for the Broncos.
That was an incredible spike, but it did go out, and so that will be a point for the Miners. It is now 19-10. Number 11 will be serving for the Miners. Broncos were not able to get back over the net. It is now 19-11. Broncos are still in the lead. Miners will be serving the ball. That'll be another point for the Broncos. It's now 20-11. Number 3 will be serving.
Number 3, that's Amanda Monge for the Broncos.
Serve and then an incredible spike by Perez. Now it is now 21-11. Broncos in the lead. Broncos will be serving again. It'll be number 3, Amanda Monge. Hope I'm saying that right.
So upcoming broadcast here on the Broncos Broadcast Network. This Friday, you have men's football as you'll be going against the Liberty Chargers. Kickoff at 7:30.
Looks like they were not able to get the serve over the net. It is now 21-12. Number 2 for the Miners will be serving. That is another point for the Miners. It is now 21-13. Another incredible spike by Sarah Hernandez. It is now 22-12.
And Sarah would not be denied there. Granted, there were 2 players for the Miners just blocking the net there, but somehow Hernandez finding a way to get that ball to go through, and Captain Cologne serving away.
The Miners were not able to get it back over the net. Looks like it'll be back to the Broncos serving. It's now 23-12.
That time the Miners were ready for Hernandez, blocking her right from the net, 23-14.
Number 3 for the Miners will be serving. Point for the Miners, but our Broncos were not giving up. They were trying so hard.
Say both teams amazing on that volley. So many times they could have just let the ball go out on a loose hit, but going after every ball, playing every point until the end. Perez coming up big for the Broncos there, 24-15.
Perez will now be serving.
And it's amazing how often that happens. You make a huge play, you get in the serve, and you're the one serving for your team.
And that is a victory for game 1 for the Broncos, 25-15. Perez was the one to get that final point. And yeah, if her and Sarah Hernandez weren't on the same team, I think they would be coming for each other.
Oh, absolutely. It's just unbelievable how those two continue to play.
I mean, this whole team is incredible, but we do definitely, every game, have 2 players to look out for. If you're playing them, you better come prepared to know who you're going against and what they can do, because they are an incredible set of players.
So we're having some sort of technical issue. So there are 3 minutes in between games, but for some reason the clock is actually running up. So instead of 3 minutes to go, it's telling us that we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in between here. So I'm assuming they're just going to keep this running until we get to that 6-minute mark in between the games. And that's when we would have that 3-minute hit. So Mackenzie, if you're the Broncos, if you're Coach Ellis, what are you telling this team to keep their momentum going?
That even though they're playing great, don't let it go to their head. They have to keep working hard and be the best that they can be. They can't just, we've got this in the bag. You know, they have to go out there and keep it and, you know, be a team and play together and know what they're doing.
Because we've seen how very quickly momentum can shift. One key timeout, we even saw that in that first game where the Miners called that timeout and then they quickly scored 5 unanswered points.
And then it was back to our Broncos, Ellis calling her incredible timeouts, perfect timing, and they were back on and they were able to win that first game. And that's something we've seen, like we've mentioned before, this entire series, or this entire season that we've had home games. Coaches are calling them at the right timeouts at the right time, and whatever they're saying to their players is working because they're getting out there and they are incredible.
And we're seeing just the difference in the coaching style. You have Coach Mitchell for the Miners over here, absolutely pumping her team up, going over plays. But you take a look at Coach Ellis and the Broncos, and it is a lot more laid back.
She's talking to the players who she will be putting out first and trying to make sure that they know what's going on. And that's just, it's crazy to look and see 2 different coaching styles and know that when both set of teams get out there, they're still going to be just as incredible as they were that first game.
Again, Broncos entering this game with a record of 6-3. The Miners entering today's game with a record of 5-5. This is actually the first of 3 straight home games for our Lady Broncos. Games today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Today will be the only live broadcast on the Broncos Broadcasting Network.
But catch us Friday night for our football game against Liberty Bell?
Liberty.
Liberty, sorry. Kickoff starts at 7, and we will be broadcasting that game as well.
So the Broncos have Fort Meade today. Tomorrow they have Tucker Rock, and then on Wednesday they host Celebration. So if you are anywhere in this Davenport area, definitely come out and support your Lady Broncos.
Miners have taken the court. It was about to be the beginning of game 2.
Broncos making some adjustments on the court before the serve goes out.
And it looks like the Miners will have to serve?
Yep, Miners looking to serve to open up the second game. And Captain Cologne coming back into the game. Katie Hernandez will take his seat for the Broncos. Rather, correction, that's Kamala Felice that's coming in for the Broncos. That was an absolute thing of beauty by Sanchez. Everybody bit thinking that it was just going to be a nice set to the Broncos instead of going back to a Bronco, going up and over the net, 1-0 Broncos.
Speaking of Sanchez, she made a lovely serve that the Miners were able to get over the net, but it sadly went out of lines. It's now 2-0 Sanchez with the serve. That is another point for the Broncos with another lovely serve from Sanchez.
That one just getting inside of a line. But again, we mentioned how often does it happen? You make a great play to give your team the serve back, and then you're the one serving. We saw it earlier with Perez, and now we're seeing it yet again.
Again, another lovely serve with Perez that the Miners were not able to get back over the net. Is now 4-0. Broncos are in the lead. That was a lovely spike by Perez, and then just a little tap by her again that was able to get, I'm pretty sure the Broncos got a point. But
yeah, Coach Mitchell is not happy with that, thinking that Perez went over the net to get that point. And the Miners are pleading their case.
It was a point for the Broncos. Sanchez will be serving again. It's now 6-0. Broncos in the lead. Another lovely serve by Sanchez, right inside the line, and the Miners were not able to get to it. It's now 7-0. Broncos in the lead. Sanchez will be serving once again.
This is deja vu from Ridgeview last week. Once the Broncos get in this roll, they don't stop. They just keep going. They don't slow down.
Another lovely serve by Sanchez. Number 1 from the Miners wasn't able to get back over. She did try. So it's now 8-0 for the Broncos. And it looks like Coach Mitchell has called a much-needed and perfectly timed timeout.
Absolutely. If nothing else, it's trying to calm your players down. Especially when you have that one play where every player in Coach Mitchell was absolutely convinced that Perez caused a fault by the net. Broncos made that adjustment, but the Miners seemed to let that get to him. As we saw the next few points that came down, balls that were served that landed directly in front of Miners.
And our Broncos are about ready, or both teams are about ready to take the court. And, who knows, this might have been another magical timeout, and both teams come out completely different.
I was going to say, we saw that in that first game where the Miners, off that key timeout, came back with 5 unanswered points.
That was another point for the Broncos. It's now 9-0. Sanchez will serve once again. An incredible spike by number 21, Jesselani Lopez. I hope I said that right.
So saying Lopez with an absolute awesome spike. You were absolutely correct there. And again, the Broncos just putting their foot on that gas, wasting no time. Getting back, here's my ball, I'm going to serve it right back up. Hey, here's my ball, I'm going to serve it right back up. Wasting no time is Sanchez.
Another incredible serve by Sanchez. It was right inside the lines, and the Miners were not able to get to it. It is now 12-0. Broncos in the lead. Sanchez will be serving.
And just picture perfect placement on these serves.
The Miners were able to get it, but they went outside the line, so it is now 13-0. Broncos in the lead. That was just inside the line for the Broncos, and they were not able to get it back over the net. So it is now 12-1, Miners with the serve. I'm sorry, 13-1, Miners with the serve. And it was just outside the line. That gives Broncos a point. It's now 14-1. Number 21, Lopez, will be serving.
And Lopez trying to match the magic that Sanchez had on her service game, which the Broncos scored those 13 unanswered points. Right now they're going through the official scorers to take a look at what the score should actually be. Scoreboard showing 14-1.
I don't know if I'm familiar with Lopez. Has she played in any of the previous games?
Yeah, she's played in a few games. She just was been overshadowed by the Hernandezes, the Cologne, by the Perez's. But she's one of those spot players that is able to come in and create those opportunities when needed.
Yeah, so as I've just seen in these last couple of serves, she's been right there at the net to make sure that it's not getting back. She's getting it over the net and making sure that they get those points. If that makes any sense.
And Coach Mitchell definitely not happy with the explanation that was given to her. And here's Lopez serving. Broncos up 14-1 here in the second game.
That'll be a point for the Miners. It's now 14-2. Perez wasn't able to get the serve or the spike over the net. Number 9 for the Miners will be serving. Broncos were not able to get it back over the net. It is now 14-3. Miners will be serving it again. It was outside of the line. Broncos will get the serve. It is now 15-3. It looks like Katie Hernandez is back in the game. And serving will be number 5, Camila Fleece.
Now Coach Ellis over to the scorer's table to inquire about the score. Again, scoreboard showing 15-3. I don't know if I missed something, because in our scores, I have the Broncos up 14-3.
Well, they did just score me. And they scored once again, 16-3. Fleece with the serve. It's now 17-3 with Broncos in the lead. Fleece will be serving once again. Broncos were not able to get it back over the net. It is now 17-4. The Miners will be serving.
The Miners starting to build some momentum now.
It's now 17-5. Number 1 for the Miners will be serving. Katie Hernandez tried, was not able to get it back over the net. It's now 17-6.
And it's so hard when it's hit right at you to react, and the only reaction that Hernandez had was to push it to the ground.
And that was just outside the line. The Broncos will get the point. It is now 18-6. Perez will be serving.
Perez trying to match the magic earlier tonight.
An incredible spike by Perez. He's now 19-6.
That's one way to make sure you get the points on your service game, to go in there with a massive spike.
And it hit the net, so that'll be a point for the Miners. Number 10 for the Miners will be serving. And that is a point for the Miners. I'm pretty sure the score should be 19-8. That's another point for the the Miners. I think the the scoreboard's fixed now. 19-9.
Seems to be that way anyway.
A little bump in on the Broncos end. It is now 19-10.
And thankfully for the Broncos, it looks like both Perez and Lopez both were able to jump up and they're okay.
Yeah, they tried and they caused a little slip up, but another incredible spike by Perez. It is now 20-10. Broncos are in the lead. And it looks like Jada Baru will be serving. And the Miners were able to get it back over the net, but it went outside the line. It is now 21-10. Baru with the serve once again. And that is another point for the Broncos, 22-10. Rowe serving. Rowe's not able to get it over the net. It's now 22-11. Miners with the serve. Broncos tried, but were not able to get it over the net. It is now 22-12. Miners with the serve.
And again, as we talk about different coaching styles, Mitchell's for the Miners substituting in and out, in and out, in and out. Ellis not doing that for the Broncos.
Another point for the Broncos, 23-12. You know, Ellis knows where her players are good at, and I think that when she gets in a good role, she just likes to keep playing them, and obviously that has been working. Katie Hernandez with a serve for the Broncos. That was able to gain them another point. It is now 24-12. Hernandez with a serve once again. It is now 24-13. Miners with a serve. Coach Ellis has swapped out Katie Hernandez for
Felice coming in for the Broncos. And who else would put it away but Perez, right?
And that is the game, 25-13. We will now start.
Remember, Varsity is best 3 out of 5.
So there will be another game starting in a few minutes.
So again, we have this 3-minute break. So if you're the Broncos and you're Coach Ellis, you need to find a way to make sure that these Lady Broncos don't come off of the gas, because we have seen this in recent memory. And we've even seen the Broncos are playing fast, playing fast, playing fast. Once they get the momentum, they want to keep serving, serving, serving. They don't want any time to pass. They don't want the Miners to get any chance whatsoever to gain any momentum. Maybe if you're Coach Mitchell on the Miners, you're trying to tell your team, okay, hey, so we're down 2-0, but it's a brand new game. It's the third game. It's 0-0. Just play this like it's a fresh start, because it truly is. It's a brand new game. Scoreboard resets with that 0-0.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen this not just in the volleyball games, but our football games too. They're like, oh, we got this, and then you know they start losing. They stop playing like it is a very competitive game, and I just hope that our Lady Broncos don't come out and act that way. I hope they try how they have been these last 2 games and push and try their best.
We think about it on the flip side. Look about that game against McKeel Academy last Monday, where the Broncos went down 2-0 right away. They were able to fight back in that 3rd game, push McKeel to the limit in that 4th game.
Exactly. It was a very close game. It was a very close game with McKeel. I mean, they were keeping them right there. They were not wanting them to win at all.
No, not at all. And that just shows you how quickly momentum can change in a game of volleyball. As we have 1 minute before this 3rd game is set to begin. Broncos up 2-0. John Shier is here with Mackenzie Cavan. We thank you for joining us here on the Broncos Broadcasting Network, wherever you may be on this amazing Monday night from Davenport, Florida.
Our teams have got back onto the court. There's still about 50 seconds left before the 3rd game starts. And I'm just having to say, I love Coach Ellis's jacket with all of her teams on there.
Absolutely. It's one of those, always remember where you're coming from as well, and giving that momentum, hey, look everywhere where I've been. This is what you guys can do. It's playing from the past and going to the future.
You know, maybe one day our little high school will be on that jacket. Who knows?
Knowing Coach Ellis as I do, there is no question whatsoever that I'll end up on this jacket in due time.
And the game is starting. Broncos with a serve. Sanchez will be serving. Miners with the point, doing 1-0, and it looks like number 3 will be serving for the Miners. That is an incredible point for the Broncos. Our girls were not letting that get over the net before they were smashing it down.
No, and Romaine did an absolutely beautiful job playing that net, and she would not be denied, making sure that ball went right back over the net and to the court below.
Lopez will be serving. An incredible serve that the Miners were not able to get back over the net. It's now 2-1. Lopez will be serving for the Broncos. An incredible spike by Perez. It is now 3-1. Broncos are in the lead, and Lopez will be serving for our Lady Broncos.
This is just showing you the magic of Coach Ellis. You were saying we really haven't seen Lopez play the last few games. Finally inserted in the game, and she's having an amazing service game now. So it's just these role players coming to life for the Broncos.
Another incredible serve by Lopez. The Miners were not able to get it back over the net. It's now 4-1. Lopez will be serving again. I mean, I think we're having some more name calls this game. Usually it's Sarah, and now we have Lopez and Perez. And the Miners hit it out of the line. It is now 5-1. Lopez will be serving once again.
Seems like Lopez is also getting a little bit of backspin on this serve, which is causing havoc for the Miners.
And it was right inside the line, and the Broncos were not able to get to it. It is now 5-2. for the Miners. It looks like number 7 from the Miners will be serving. A lovely serve, and our Broncos were not able to get it back over the net. It is 5-3. Number 7 will be serving for the Miners. Sadly, she was not able to get it over the net. It is now 6-3 for the Broncos. Looks like Coach Ellis is subbing in Gabriela Garzon for Camila Felice, and it looks like Aliana Romaine will be serving for the Broncos. Sadly, she wasn't able to get the serve over the net. It is 6-4 for the Miners. Number 8 will be serving. A lovely serve by the Miners, but sadly it went outside of the line. It is now 7-4 for the Broncos. Perez will be serving.
And it's one of those, you have ones that, like Perez, that make serving look so easy. And of course, there's the Sheriff's jinx. The very second I say that, she slams it right into the net.
It's now 7-5 for the Miners. Number 1 will be serving. Sadly, she wasn't able to get it over the net. It is now 8-5 for the Broncos. And it looks like Barreau will be serving. And let me tell you, serving is not easy. I played volleyball, and it was not. So the way, how easy these girls make it is just crazy. That was a point for the Broncos. It's now 9-5. Barreau will be serving once again. Miners hit it out of the line. 10-5, Rowe will be serving for the Broncos.
It's one of those, there are just so many different ways to serve. You have the traditional underhand onto the hand. Right here you have the overhead shot that Barreau tried to do. It is amazing how many different ways there actually are to serve. And what's also amazing is how many different ways are actually highly effective. There's no one great way to do it.
Another great spike by Perez. It is now 11-5. Broncos are in the lead, and it looks like Felice will be serving. Coach Ellis just swapped in Aliana Romaine for Gabriela Garzon.
Picture perfect placement right there on that ace.
I mean, it was right there in the line, but it was so close that they didn't even think to react on it. It is now 12-6. Felice will be serving for the Broncos.
Just goes down, as we say with the Broncos, when they get the momentum, they push and don't slow down.
Another great serve by Felice for the Broncos. It is now 13-6, and Felice will be serving again. Another timeout by Mitchell. As the Miners go in for a serious timeout, Ellis is celebrating with her team.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what Mitchell had to do. Again, try to slow down the Broncos, because once they get this pace, they get the ball, they don't hesitate, they're already serving. And it's getting to the point where the Miners are starting to get tired. And the thing is, when you start playing that quick, it also makes it so that the Miners are not able to make the type of substitution that Mitchell wants to make. So great game strategy there by Ellis when she has her team, once they get that momentum, to push and not slow down.
The Broncos have taken the court. Now so have the Miners. And it looks like Felice will be serving. It is 13-6 with Broncos in the lead. incredible serve by Felice. The Miners were not able to get it over the net. It is now 14-6. Felice will be serving once again for the Broncos. An incredible serve by Felice, but sadly it was not able to get over the net. It's 14-7. Number 2 will be serving for the Miners. An incredible spike by Perez. It's now 15-7 for the Broncos. 15-7, Broncos in the lead. Sanchez will be serving.
I mean, it's Perez's night. We have called her name so often. She had that amazing service game in the second game.
Another point for the Broncos is 16-7. Sanchez will be serving again.
And then in this game, she has had countless spike after spike after spike, which has definitely helped the Broncos have this 9-point lead.
That'll be 16-8. Miners will have the serve. Looks like number 3 will be serving. Another incredible, I wouldn't call it a spike, it was more of a little tap by Perez. And the Miners were not able to get it back over the net. It is 17-8. Lopez will be serving.
And it's one of those, it was perfect for us to do that because the Miners see her, they're expecting that spike. And it's like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to delicately tap this over the net into the floor below.
It is now 17-9. Miners will be serving with number 7. That was an interesting volley for sure. There was almost a little slip up on the Broncos, but they were able to recover it, and then Perez, of course, with an incredible spike. And now it is 18-9. Broncos are in the lead.
Not only that spike, but twice on that, Perez just barely getting her arm out to get that ball to go over the net. So just all around a great play by Perez.
That was an incredible serve by Romaine for the Broncos. The Miners weren't able to get back over. It is now 19-9. Romaine will be serving for the Broncos. It is now 19-10. The Miners will be serving. Coach Ellis just swapped out Romaine for Felice, and number 9 will be serving for the Miners. That was an incredible play by the Miners. They knew that Perez was going to be there, and they were not letting her over that net. It is now 19-11. Number 9 will be serving once again for the Miners. That was an incredible play by the Miners. It is now 19-12. Number 9 will be... 19-12. Number 9 will be serving for the Miners. That was out by the Miners. Broncos should be 20-12.
19-13 is what it should be. That's 2 straight points that have gone up for the Broncos instead of the Miners on our scoreboard.
Sorry, yes, 19-12. It was out by the Miners. It should now say 20-13, but there is an issue with the scoreboard. Perez will be serving for the Broncos. Looks like it's fixed now. Perez with the serve. That is a point for the Miners, 21-14. Number 1 will be serving. And it was out of the line, 22-14. Looks like Barreau will be serving for the Broncos. Incredible little tap by Lopez is now 23-14. Rowe will be serving for the Broncos.
And Lopez making up for lost time with you not saying her name the last few home games.
That is a point for the Miners. It is 23-15. Number 11 will be serving. She was not able to get it over the net. It is now 24-15. Broncos will be serving, and it looks like it'll be Felice's serve. Coach Ellis just swapped out Gordon for Romaine. And that is it. The final score is 25-15. The Broncos have won all 3 games. This was an incredible game tonight. Both our JV and varsity were really playing incredible games.
They really did, and we have just seen some incredible momentum that the Broncos have had as of late. And we keep talking about such a young program, and you don't want to look back at losses. When you had that game against McKeel, where they went down 2-0, they came back to take that 3rd game. And then that momentum continued to shift around when you had that 3-0 win against Ridgeview Global, and now you have a 3-0 win against the Miners.
You know, this is the first time, or this isn't the first time they've played in this game, but it has been this is still an early in the season games for them to be playing in the gym. And, you know, they're having to play at Citrus Ridge for a while, and now they're here, and you wouldn't even know that they've only been in here for 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. So again, this is the first of 3 games on this homestand for the Lady Broncos. This is the only game that we will be broadcasting this week. Tomorrow, the Lady Broncos have Tenorock, and then on Wednesday, they have Celebration. So, Mackenzie, what a great game.
It really was, John.
All right, so for Mackenzie Calvin, I am John Shigaris. This was the Broncos Broadcasting Network. Our executive producers are John Shigaris, Mel Gables, Alan Duget, and James Rose. Once again, for my broadcast partner,
Mackenzie Calvin.
I'm John Shigaris. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great night from Davenport.